Welcome. I am your supervisor, and will support you during your first assignments. Looking forward to working with you. Your shift has started. Other units are already heading to the first emergency, and your support is crucial for their success. Move to the emergency area and assess the situation. Reposition to gain a clear view of the fires in the parking area. Fires pose a threat to anything nearby as they can spread and cause injuries or vehicle damage. Some fires are particularly dangerous as they can explode if left unattended for too long. Deploy a water tender to put out the fires in the parking lot. It's your primary firefighting vehicle capable of operating even without a water supply. This isn't your unit. On the move. Well done. Understood. Now it's time to take action and extinguish the fire. Good job. You've completed your first objective. Remember, you need to complete all objectives to resolve the emergency. Your shift will end when there are no more emergencies left to handle. Be advised, unattended fires intensify and become increasingly dangerous over time. The parking area is now clear. Excellent work. Chaos is a critical factor in your operations. It represents the level of disorder and challenges you face during your shift. Keep an eye on the chaos meter displayed in the top right corner. If it exceeds the threshold for too long, you risk failing the shift. Keep in mind that each active objective contributes to the chaos level. Successfully completing objectives helps reduce chaos and brings you closer to a successful outcome. A bystander has been injured. He will need an ambulance to be treated at the scene and safely transported to a hospital. The ambulance is a transport vehicle for paramedics and injured individuals. Paramedics can bring stabilized patients to the ambulance for safe transportation. Additionally, paramedics have the ability to stabilize individuals with minor injuries.
On the seat.
Unload the paramedic and assign him to the injured person. Once the patient is stable, the paramedic will bring them to the ambulance for transport.
Ready. Will do. Task completed. Task completed.
The patient is ready for transfer. Send the ambulance back to finish the objective.
Returning to base.
Your teammates are reporting people trapped on top of the building. You will need to send in a ladder truck so firefighters can reach them. We've got a problem. Bystanders are obstructing the path of the ladder truck. You need to address this by deploying police officers to handle the situation and clear the way for the ladder truck to proceed.
On the move. On the scene.
Ready. Got it.
Dealing with groups of bystanders is optional, but it's recommended to address their presence. They can get injured by hazards like fires and hinder the efficiency of our units. Good news. The path is now clear. You have clearance to deploy the ladder truck and proceed with the rescue operation. There is no room Free up a slot by sending back vehicles you don't need at the moment.
Heading to the operational area.
The ladder truck is in position. Now give the order to extend the ladder. Your teammates' firefighters have been notified and are on their way.
Awaiting instructions. Crew, return. Returning to base.
The patient's injuries are too major for immediate transport. Paramedics can handle minor injuries while doctors are needed for major and critical cases. Remember, if left untreated, patients may deteriorate over time, progressing from having minor to major and eventually critical injuries. One of your teammates is sending a doctor to take care of the person with major injuries. You should get an ambulance ready for transport. You don't have to wait for a doctor to stabilize the patient. Your paramedic can take over as soon as their condition changes to minor.
Task completed. Task completed.
Awaiting returning to base.
Listening.
Deploy all available firefighting units to the hotel. The fire is still not under control and the building is at risk.
On the move. Arrived. Got it. Task completed. Task completed.
Great job. Thanks to your help, the situation is under control. A successful first operation. We've just received a distress call regarding a car accident at a charging station. It has caused a dangerous electrical fault at the site. There's a person trapped inside the vehicle. Your firefighters are equipped to handle the situation. Dispatch a fire truck to the scene.
On the move. Arrived at destination. Listening.
Unable to comply.
Awaiting instructions. Returning to base. Entering the danger zone.
On the move. On the scene.
Awaiting instructions. Will do.
Exercise caution when approaching. The electrical discharge can potentially damage your units and ignite nearby objects.
Ready. Ready.
Excellent work on the extraction. One of your teammates' doctors is en route to provide medical assistance.
Listening. Recalling crew.
Your teammate's doctor cannot proceed with treatment due to a nearby fire. Reposition your fire truck at a water source to be able to extinguish the fire with your firefighters. Your fire truck is now connected to a water supply. Give your firefighters the order to extinguish the fire.
Awaiting instructions. Got it. Entering danger zone.
Heading to...
Well done.
Task completed.
Keep your firefighters stationed nearby until the electrical fault is resolved. You can cool down any objects at risk of ignition.
Destination.
Ready.
Call in an engineer to initiate repairs on the charging station. There is no room. Free up a slot by sending back vehicles you don't need at the moment.
Recalling crew. Ready. Crew return. Returning to base. Ready. Heading to operational area. Arrived at destination.
Listening. Understood. Entering danger zone.
Awaiting instructions. Ready.
Treat the individual you rescued and return them to safety to conclude the emergency.
Crew, return. Listening.
Your paramedic can administer painkillers to quickly alleviate minor injuries.
Task completed. Task completed.
Ready. Returning to base.
Emergency resolved. Excellent work.
Awaiting. Returning to base.
Alert. A gang of bank robbers has blown up a nearby ATM. The suspects are heavily armed. SWAT teams have been deployed to engage them. Proceed with caution. Alert. There has been another explosion. Your priority is to rescue the injured engineer and apprehend the remaining suspects.
On the move.
On the move.
Awaiting instructions.
Listening. Understood. On the scene. Got it. Ready.
Listening. Understood.
Task completed. Task completed.
Ready. Returning to base.
Awaiting instructions.
Task completed.
Another explosive charge has been located. One of your teammates' engineers is on their way to defuse it. Alert. The engineer has been intercepted by hostiles and requires immediate reinforcements. Dispatch police officers to neutralize the suspects and regain control of the situation.
On the move.
Listening.
Arrived at destination. Ready.
Awaiting instruct. Will do. Entering danger zone. Entering danger zone. Ready.
Awaiting instructions.
Task completed.
Returning to...
Listening. Destination confirmed.
Attention. Man down. Deploy a paramedic immediately to rescue the engineer.
On the scene. Crew, return.
Awaiting instruct. Understood. Enter in the danger zone. Task.
We cannot afford another explosion. Send in a second engineer immediately to ensure the bomb is defused in time.
On the scene.
Listening. Will do.
Awaiting. Recalling crew.
Team Spirit Boost activated. All units will experience a temporary increase in work and movement speed. An alert bomb has been defused. Congratulations on another successful shift. Your actions have made a decisive impact in this operation. Well done. Your dedication and skills are truly commendable. Throughout this onboarding process, you have demonstrated yourself as a capable and skilled professional. Your future holds great promise, and you are now fully prepared to tackle your next challenge. Keep up the excellent work.
On the move.
Heading to operational area. Heading to operational area.
Arrived at destination.
Heading to operational area.
Listening.
On the ready. Will do. Listening.
Ready.
I'm under.
Got it. I'm under attack. Will do. Awaiting instructions.
Awaiting.
Listening.
Listening. Understood.
Awaiting instructions.
I'm under attack.
Listening.
Ready. Awaiting instructions.
Listening.
Listening.
Awaiting instructions.
Listening.
Ready. Returning to base.
Ready.
On the move.
Heading to operational area.
Arrived at destination.
On.
Ready. Understood.
Awaiting instructions.
Listening. Got it. Ready. Crew, return. Awaiting instructions. Task completed. Task completed. Awaiting instructions. Returning to base. Ready. Recalling crew.
Task completed. Awaiting instructions. Got it. Task completed.
Awaiting instruction. Returning to base. Heading to operational area. On the move. Arrived. Awaiting instruction.
Listening. I'm on the move. Will do.
Ready.
Task completed. Ready. Understood.
Listening.
Task completed.
Awaiting instructions. Ready. Returning to base.
Listening. Recalling crew. Returning to base.
Task completed. Task completed. Task completed.
New orders received.
On the move.
Task completed.
On the move.
Arrived at destination. Listening.
Ready.
Awaiting instructions.
Awaiting. Understood. On the scene. Ready. Ready. Returning. Listening. Returning to base. Listening.
Awaiting instructions.
Task completed. Task completed.
Returning to vehicle. Ready. Returning to base.
Awaiting and returning.
Ready. Recalling crew. Returning to base.
An emergency has been completed.
Heading to operational area. On the move. Heading to operational area. Awaiting instructions.
Awaiting instructions. Will do.
Ready.
Ready.
On the scene. On the scene.
Moving out. Entering vehicle.
Awaiting and
Ready.
on the move.
On the move.
Ready. Crew, return. Listening.
Awaiting instructions. Understood.
Ready.
On the scene. Awaiting instructions.
Listening. Understood. Listening. Returning to base. Awaiting returning vehicle on the move. Returning to base.
Task completed.
Awaiting instruction. Recalling crew. Ready.
Awaiting instructions. Moving out.
Task.
Entering vehicle. Heading to operational area. Awaiting instructions. Crew, returning to
Awaiting instruction. Returning to base. Awaiting. Returning to base.
listening. On the scene.
Ready. Understood. Ready. Moving out.
Awaiting instructions. Understood. Awaiting instructions. Recalling crew. Returning to base.
Awaiting instructions.
Task completed.
New orders received.
Task completed.
Returning to base. Heading.
An emergency has been completed.
Heading to the operational area.
Wind direction change. South.
Awaiting instructions. Ready. Will do. Ready. Arrived at destination. On the move. Listening. Ready. Awaiting instructions. Will do. On the scene. Listening. Will do. On. Ready.
Ready. Will do.
Task completed. Task completed. Ready. Understood. Task completed. Task complete. Arrived at.
Awaiting. Returning to base.
Task.
On the move.
Listening. Recalling crew. Listening.
Arrived at destination.
Understood. Will do.
Heading to operational area.
Ready.
Listening. Will do. Arrived at destination.
Awaiting instructions.
Awaiting instructions.
Awaiting instructions.
Listening. Will do.
Listening.
Listening. Understood.
Task completed.
Listening. Recalling crew. Listening.
Awaiting instructions.
Listening.
Task completed.
Ready. Got it.
Listening.
Got it.
Ready. Returning to base.
Awaiting instructions. Returning to base.
On the move. Heading to operational area. Listening. Crew return. On the scene. On the scene. Ready.
Listening. Will do.
Listening.
Ready. Got it.
Awaiting instructions. Returning to base.
Awaiting returning to base.
Task completed. Task completed. Listening.
New orders received.
Returning to base. Task complete.
Ready. Returning to awaiting instructions. Returning to base. Heading to operational area.
An emergency has been completed.
Awaiting instructions. Awaiting instructions.
Taking damage. On the scene.
Listening. Will do.
Listening.
Listening. Understood. Taking will do.
Listening. Returning to base.
Awaiting instructions. Tap. Got it. On the scene.
Wind direction change. East.
Task completed.
Listening. Recalling crew.
Awaiting got it.
An emergency has been completed.
Heading to the operational area.
Heading to operational area.
On the scene.
On the move.
On the move.
Awaiting instructions.
Listening. Will do. Awaiting instructions. On the...
Ready. Will do.
Ready. Returning to base. Moving out. On the scene. Vehicle on the move.
Task completed.
Arrived at destination. I can't do that. Returning to base.
Heading to operational area.
Task completed.
Ready. Crew return.
Ready. Will do.
Awaiting instruction.
Ready. Understood. Task completed. Task completed.
Listening.
Awaiting. Understood.
Listening. Recalling.
Ready. Got it. Will do. Task completed. Understood. Task completed.
Ready. Crew return.
New orders received.
Awaiting. Recall. Returning to base.
Ready. Recalling crew. Returning.
Ready. Returning to base.
On the move.
An emergency has been completed.
Listening. Listening.
Arrived at destination.
Heading to
Awaiting instructions. Got it. Will do.
awaiting instruction.
Listening. Understood.
Listening.
Listening.
Task completed.
Will do.
Heading to operational area. Setting down.
Got it.
On the scene.
Awaiting instruction.
Ready. Awaiting instructions. Listening. Ready.
Listening. Understood.
Awaiting instructions. Recalling.
Awaiting instruction. Will do.
Task.
Listening. Crew return.
Listening.
Task completed. Task complete.
Returning to vehicle.
Ready.
Ready. Entering vehicle.
Awaiting. Returning to base.
Awaiting instructions. Understood.
Awaiting instructions.
Ready. Returning to vehicle.
Ready.
Ready. Vehicle on the move.
Task.
On the scene.
Ready. Got it. Understood.
Awaiting instructions. Crew.
Ready. Will do. Got it.
Awaiting instructions.
Will do.
An emergency has been New orders received.
Return.
Listening. Return. Ready. Crew, returning to base. Heading to operational area.
Heading to the operational area.
Wind direction change. South.
Awaiting instructions. Awaiting instructions.
On the scene.
On the move. Listening.
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 Awaiting instruct. Got it.
Listening.
Arrived at destination.
Will do.
Awaiting instruct.
Awaiting understood. Heading to operation.
Ready. Crew, return.
Listening. Got it. On the scene. Listening.
Ready. Understood.
Awaiting instructions. Crew.
Listening. Got it.
Awaiting instructions. Can't do that.
Awaiting instructions.
Listening.
Ready.
Ready. Returning to base.
Awaiting instructions. Crew, return.
Awaiting instructions. Recalling crew.
Awaiting Will do. Ready.
Ready. Understood.
Listening. Returning to base.
Task completed.
Listening. Recalling crew. Task completed.
New orders received.
Returning to base.
Listening. Recalling. Returning to base.
Task completed.
Ready. Returning to base.
On the move.
An emergency has been completed.
Ready. Ready.
Heading to the operational.
Awaiting instructions.
On the scene. Taken. Ready. Arrived at destination.
Entering vehicle.
Listening. Moving out. Arrived at
Ready. Understood.
Listening. Will do. Awaiting Understood. On the move. Taking down.
Heading to
Listening. Got it.
Listening. Taking damage. On the scene. Recalling crew. Ready.
Awaiting instructions.
Awaiting instructions.
Listening. Got it.
Ready. Will do.
Ready. Listening.
Task completed.
Listening.
Listening. Awaiting instructions. Returning to base.
Awaiting instructions. Crew, return.
Ready. Entering vehicle. On the move.
Ready.
Arrived at destination. Awaiting instructions. Will do. Listening.
Listening. Returning to vehicle. Listening. Crew, returning to...
Listening.
Returning to base.
Ready.
Returning to base.
Ready. Returning to base.
Task completed. Task completed.
Awaiting instructions. Returning to base.
An emergency has been completed.